Guild Wars 2 offers a huge variety of methods to make gold, some more efficient than others. In this video and the ones to come, I'll break down the best farming methods in detail, along with a few that may not be the most profitable but are definitely more convenient. In this particular video, I'll talk about one method featured in the top 5 gold farms video that can earn you up to 80 gold per hour. The only requirement is having the End of Dragons expansion unlocked on your account. I'm going to talk about a gold making method that can be divided into two approaches, a basic one and a more optimized but slightly riskier one that can increase your profits. Both will require around 12 to 18 hours of farming. We're talking about selling a Gift of Jade Mastery and crafting 3rd generation legendary weapons. The Gift of Jade Mastery is made up of 8 account-bound items that you'll need to gather before you can sell it. The first thing you'll need is the Gift of Canth. To craft it, you must collect the exploration gifts from the first 4 maps of End of Dragons. Each of these maps can be completed in about 20 to 30 minutes using the Blish Hut add-on, specifically by installing pathing and within it, tech trails. One major advantage of this expansion compared to previous generations of legendaries is that you can explore and complete the maps as many times as you want using a single character. To do this, if your character has already completed a map 100% for the first time, you'll need to finish the Lantern achievements, illuminating Saitung Province, Lights in the Streets, Light in the Echovald Wilds, and finally, Lightning Dragon's End. These achievements will give you the same rewards as completing the map for the first time, but instead of discovering waypoints, points of interest, or vistas, you'll be lighting lanterns scattered across the map using Jade energy charges, and the best part is that you can also do this with the same add-on, and it takes roughly the same amount of time as a normal map completion, all without needing to create new characters. The second item you'll need is the Gift of Battle. You can earn it by playing World versus World and selecting the Gift of Battle reward track. By playing this game mode, you'll build up your participation level to tier 6. Normally, it would take around 8 hours to complete the reward track and earn your Gift of Battle. However, you can use some boosters, like the ones shown on screen right now, which can cut that time in half down to about 4 hours. The third item you'll need is the Blessings of the Jade Empress. You'll need 5 of them, and each one costs 500 Imperial Favors. To earn these efficiently without burning out, I recommend doing the Meta Event Train in Saitung Province, New Kaining City, and Echovald Wilds over 4 days. By completing these 3 meta events and selecting writs from the Hero's Choice chest rewards and consuming all the writs you collect, you'll reach the 2,500 Imperial Favors needed in about 12 meta events, which means roughly 4 days. If you also complete the final meta event, Dragon's End, you could gather the favors in just 2 or 3 days depending on how many events you participate in along the way and how efficient you are. This whole process should take around 6 hours or less. You'll also need 2,500 research notes. There are hundreds of ways to get them, but my recommendation is to craft 490 mithril earrings with any gemstone you like as shown on screen. By enabling the salvage on craft option, you'll get an average of 5.1 research notes per earring, making each note cost only a few copper. You'll also need 1 stack of exotic essences of luck. The best way to get these is by salvaging 500 globs of ectoplasm using a silver-fed mystic or even a yellow salvage kit from the merchant. By doing this, you'll end up with a good amount of essences of luck of all rarities. After upgrading them into exotic essences at an artificer, you'll get around 250 exotic essences. Also, on average, each globe of ectoplasm returns about 1.85 crystalline dust, meaning you'll get roughly 925 dust. Selling it will almost completely cover the cost of your initial investment. I recommend buying the ectoplasm and selling the dust at 90% market price through the Overflow Discord to maximize your savings for this step. If you want more guides like this one, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It helps me out a lot. I'll be dedicating the next few months to breaking down 100% of the gold making and farming methods in the game. At this point, we only have 3 items left to obtain before we can sell the Gift of Jade Mastery. So far, we've invested about 12 hours, and out of these 3 remaining steps, 2 don't even require time. And the third one is something most of you probably already have plenty of. You'll need 114 Obsidian shards. There are tons of ways to get them, but by far the best method is buying them with Karma at the Cathedral of Glorious Victory in ore. And if you'd like a full video on how to make gold with Karma, let me know in the comments and I'll add it to the list for the future. The second to last item is the Bowl of Dark Energy. You'll get it by salvaging an ascended weapon or piece of armor. You probably already have some ascended gear sitting around in a character's inventory or a bank somewhere, but if not, you can grab one from the wizard's vault or craft one yourself. It only costs around 10 to 15 gold. Finally, you'll need 270 spirit shards. It's not a lot, so most likely you already have them, but if not, one of the best ways to farm them is by fully leveling up your Janther Wilds masteries, stacking as many XP boosters as possible. You can see a list on screen and head into Mistburned Barrens to farm tier 1 rifts non-stop. This will get you the 270 spirit shards in around 6 hours of farming. There are also other ways to farm spirit shards. If you want a full video dedicated to this topic, let me know in the comments so I can prioritize the kind of content you're most interested in for this gold making series I'm working on. With all of this done, all that's left is to find a buyer for your Gift of Jade Mastery. You can find one through the Overflow Discord. I'll leave the invite link in the video description. Buyers usually pay between 500 and 550 gold for it, and the whole process will take between 12 and 18 hours depending on whether you already had the spirit shards, meaning you'll be making between 30 and 45 gold per hour. The selling process is simple. The buyer will send you a small message in-game confirming that they're purchasing the item from you and for how much gold. You'll accept to keep a record inside the game and to take screenshots just in case something goes wrong, so that you can report it to support if needed and recover your items if someone tries to scam you. After that, the buyer will guide you through crafting a 3rd generation legendary weapon using the materials and your account-bound items. Once the weapon is crafted, you'll send it to them and they will proceed with the payment. There are also 2 extremely important points to keep in mind during this process. First, you absolutely need to fully unlock the legendary crafting mastery line from Corteria. Second, you can sell the Gift of Jade Mastery along with 38 mystic clovers to ask for a higher payment. By doing this, you can earn approximately 200 to 250 extra gold depending on the buyer. Those are the typical prices. Now that you know how to do this and how to make between 30 and 45 gold per hour, or even up to 70 gold if you add in the extra clovers you get from the PvP and World vs World reward tracks, let's move on to another method that can earn you even more gold. This next method requires an investment of around 1,300 gold, crafting your own 3rd generation legendary weapons. It will involve a full shopping list, everything we've gathered so far, and a bit of extra investment to craft your legendary and sell it for profit. Up next, I'll walk you through the materials you'll need, how to obtain them cheaply to save a lot of gold, the profits you can expect, and some crafting and selling tips. The first thing you'll need is a precursor weapon. This will determine which legendary weapon you'll be crafting. To help you choose the most profitable legendary, I've posted a small thread on my Twitter explaining how to pick the best options for gold making. You'll find the link both in the description and pinned in the video comments. Also, if we reach 500 followers on Twitter, I'll release a small Excel sheet that automatically calculates the best legendary crafting options at the time, based on profit, crafting costs, daily and weekly sales volume, and overall recommendations. The sheet will be fully automated using the game's API to stay updated with the current trading post values. You can get the precursor weapon either by crafting it or buying it directly from the trading post, always from the left-hand column. Honestly, crafting the precursor isn't worth it. It wastes time and resources unnecessarily. Crafting the precursor would save you about 50 to 70 gold, but at the cost of 50 spirit shards and 1,000 imperial favors. A quick calculation shows that you'd be valuing each favor and each shard at just 4 silver, not a good deal at all, and a complete waste of resources and playtime. You'll also need 38 Mystic Clovers. You can get these by doing Mystic Forge rolls, which on average will cost you around 115 Mystic Coins and 115 globs of Ectoplasm. Alternatively, you can buy them directly from Lear in the Wizard's Tower, although that will cost a few extra Spirit Shards. The 5 amalgamated draconic lodestones can be crafted in the Mystic Forge. To do this, you'll need 50 of each of the following lodestones, which you can buy from the trading post, always from the left-hand column to save some gold. Destroyer lodestones, crystal lodestones, corrupted lodestones, and pile of putrid essence. You'll also need 75 stabilizing matrices, which you can get pretty quickly by runing T4 and CM fractals. If you don't do fractals, you can simply buy them from the trading post. Depending on the weapon you choose, you'll need either Deldrimor ingots or Spiritwood planks. Both can be crafted daily with a crafting discipline at level 500 to save some gold. The 100 ambergris needed can be farmed by running Leviathan events or through fishing farms, saving you over 200 gold in the process. As for the Jade Runestones, you can farm a few from certain End of Dragons chest routes. Honestly, I'm not going to bother showing which ones, because the time invested isn't really worth the small amount of gold you'd save, so I don't recommend farming them. Finally, regarding materials you can lower the cost on, 1, you'll need tier 3, 4, 5, and 6 materials. For tier 3 and tier 4 mats, you'll need 50 of each. The best way to save is by spending laurels to get them for free. For tier 5 and tier 6 materials, you can gather everything you need by farming just 20,000 volatile magic. This can be farmed in about 2 afternoons and would reduce the cost of acquiring 250 tier 5 and 100 tier 6 materials by about 100 to 120 gold. The rest of the materials you see on screen are also required, but farming them isn't really worth it, either because the time investment compared to the gold saved is way too high, or because their cost is so low that it's not worth running around to gather them. If you don't farm anything at all and simply buy everything from the trading post, your profit from selling a legendary weapon will be between 650 and 700 gold. If you already have the mystic clovers, the profit jumps to over 950 gold for about 12 hours of farming. That's almost 80 gold per hour. If you focus on reducing material costs, you'll make even more gold, but you'll have to invest more time. It all depends on how efficient you are. And that's how, with an initial investment of up to 1,300 gold, which you can lower significantly, you can start earning serious profits in Guild Wars 2. My recommendation is that before you start crafting legendaries to sell, you first sell a couple of Gifts of Jade Mastery to build up enough gold to cover all the materials you'll need. That's all for today. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a like, leave a comment letting me know which other farms you'd like to see on the channel, and subscribe so you don't miss anything, and see you in the next video.